We have an expert who is also one of our sponsors from Google who's going to be leading this discussion. She is Sandra Garcia. Sandra Garcia's corporate experience includes organizations such as Clear Channel, Outdoor, Time Warner Cable Media, People.com, and CNNMoney.com, developing marketing strategies and compelling sales programs. She was awarded the 2018 Innovation and Inclusion Culture Catalyst by the Digital Diversity Network, Forbes 30 Under 30 in 2016 nominee, and she was awarded by Latino Leaders Magazine a top 25 future Latino leader in 2012. And I recently met Sandra, and a woman said to me, "You don't know each other?" Now we do. Please welcome Sandra Garcia. Hi,
Hello, I'm
Sandra.
so happy to be here.
Oh, happy to have you. And I know you've got a lot to share, so I'm going to say, take it away, my dear.
All right, I do have a lot to share, and I'm going to pack it in our short amount of time. So first, I'm going to share my screen, and then we will get started. So, yes, I'm extremely excited to be here. You should be able to see my screen now. And what I am going to share with you are ways that we can collaborate with other dreamers and then also meet and work remotely with other dreamers like ourselves. I love the topic. I have personally collaborated with Nicoa, who you just heard from, and I am also from the village of Harlem, as you can see in my photo here. And I hope that we are able to connect. But for me to get into the content that we have for you today, it is all about communicating from anywhere and collaborating from anywhere because today you are part of a community. We are sharing time and space. And we want to make sure that you continue to engage with one another by communicating and then also collaborating to help our dreams come true. So, I'm going to share with you some tools that you can use to communicate from anywhere. Some of them you might be familiar with already. Some of them you might know about but may not know how to use. So I am going to expand all of our knowledge because I personally use some of these tools, but I didn't know all that I could do with these tools. One of them is Hangouts because we are still virtual. We are still collaborating virtually. Also, one of the positives of the pandemic, I would say, is that we were able to collaborate with people who are far from one another. Before, I was doing in person events all of the time, but I love that we have people here from all over the place and even from other countries. And that is the beauty of virtual collaboration. So, Hangouts, you can use it, and you can use it in order to replicate what we once were doing in person. So it can be a brainstorm. It doesn't have to be a session just like this. It can be client meetings. Or one of the things that I used Hangouts for was to schedule happy hours and brunches. And they were quick because I was at home and they were just an hour and I saved myself the commute time. So that's something that you can do as well. You can have video calls for up to 25 people. And another really important thing that I must share with you about all these tools that I'm sharing with you is that they're all free. Everything is free. You have access to it, especially if you have a Gmail or a Google account. So if you have access to it and it is free, please take advantage of it and please use it. All right, so what I'm going to share with you are three ways to start a Hangout. And a Hangout is a video meeting. So if you have a Google account, once again, a Gmail or a work email, you can access video meetings through these three ways. And I will show you how you can do that. And it is called a Google Hangout. So you can go directly to Google Hangouts. Most people never do this. I never do it myself, but it is an easy way to just start a meeting and send someone a quick link. And it just removes the process of scheduling. If you're emailing with someone and you can handle something very quickly via video and you want that interaction, face-to-face interaction, you can replicate that. And you can go to hangouts.google.com in order to do so. We are most familiar with accessing Hangouts through our Google Calendar. And the way that you do that, if you are unfamiliar, you can either join a meeting or you can host a meeting of your own and you can schedule it real time. As soon as you get into your Google Calendar, you have the option to click on video meeting and you can then add a Google video link to that meeting, and it's just as easy as that. For me, it's my default. But I also give the option to add a phone number just in case, because certain days a call is a-okay. And sometimes you can just attend the video call, and of course you can be off camera as well. But you have the ability to engage and imitate that face-to-face experience, but then also you can do so much more, like share documents. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second as well. So this is how you would join. You click to start a meeting or to join a meeting by clicking this button that you see right here. And we are super visual because to be able to talk through these things, it can be easy to forget. But once you're in there and once you attempt this on your own later on, it can be so easy to do it. Another thing, we are mobile people. It is Saturday. We're probably moving around, and some of you might be on your mobile device. You are probably tuning in through YouTube, which is also a Google product. And fun fact for you, Google is the #1 search engine. YouTube is the #2 search engine. So we are using the right tools. And I'm not biased because I'm here on behalf of Google today. But you can join on your mobile device or you can join on desktop. Another feature that I love and that I use all the time, especially because I have a very young team, they're millennials, we chat. So sometimes a call is not necessary. Sometimes a video call is not necessary. And I just need a quick response to something. So from your calendar, from your email box, you can just send a quick chat. And the way that you do that and what that user experience looks like is what we have here on the screen. So this could show up on your upper right, or it can be on your lower left. You can add people and you can begin a chat. It is beautiful, it is efficient, and it also eliminates you from having to share your phone number with people. All right, and from here you can also click the camera to launch a video chat if necessary. So you can just chat with text or you can activate the actual camera. We have options. All right, so what happens now when you're inside of a video chat? Here are some quick features that I want to share with you. One is the microphone. Of course, you can hang up. I have definitely hung up on a call or 2 or 3. And then the camera, which you can turn off or turn off. Now, what's most important is that you have the ability to share your screen. I'm actually sharing my screen right now, and I'm sharing my screen with speaker notes to make sure that I don't lose you, but that I can see that you're receiving the information. My slides are showing. I also have some notes just because this PowerPoint is also very highly visual. So if you are presenting to an audience or leading a class of your own, you can keep your notes as well. And this is what that would look like. You can share your screen or you can just share a tab. That way people don't need to see that you have maybe 10 or 20 tabs open. So you have the option to do that as well. Back in the day, we didn't have the option to be able to hide our entire screen, but now we can. We can just share one tab with folks. Okay. So we are talking about collaboration, and we are, again, mobile. We are on the move. It is important for us to be able to collaborate from absolutely anywhere. And Google does give us the ability to do that. I said when I left corporate America years ago that I wanted to be able to, with a laptop and a phone, be able to work from absolutely anywhere. And now I call myself a work from anywhere, not just a work from home. So I can be at different parts of the globe and universe as long as I have a laptop and a phone. And these devices allow me, these tools, these apps allow me to accomplish just that. And I'll cover what you can do with each one of these very quickly. But most importantly, for you to be able to access as well, you need a Google account. Again, it is free. It is 1,000% free, but it helps with efficiency. My entire team, we are remote. No one person is in the same location, but we're able to collaborate and get work done together. So once you have files, once you start using Google Docs, you can access everything through your drive. Your drive is like your master folder. If you were to see my desktop right now, I have absolutely nothing saved on my desktop. And part of that One of the reasons for that is because I have had a computer shut down and break down on me before, and I've lost some very important files. Now, everything that I have is saved in my drive. Everything is stored in the cloud. And I can access it from my desktop, and I can also access it from my mobile device, which makes moving around very easy. Now, a few things that you should know is that there is a PowerPoint version, which is called Slides. There is a Word version, which is called Docs. And there is an Excel version, which is called Sheets. And you can see all of your files all in one place once you access your Google Drive. And you also have the ability to share, but then also control who sees these documents. We are very much in a collaborative virtual space. And sometimes instead of attaching a doc to an email, it is easier to send a link, and it makes your emails also look a lot cleaner when you hyperlink. So you have the ability to share, but also control the share settings of your documents. And again, they can be a doc, which is a written up, maybe agenda to a meeting, or it could be a sheet, which does not need to be used just for numbers. I have personally used for social media planning. Okay, now we're almost towards the end of our share and tell, show and tell. Once you access your drive and documents in the drive, you can create new documents, or you can also access templates. I love templates because sometimes I just don't know where to start and I need inspiration, and then be able to make something my own. So you also have lots of templates in there, including annual budgets, including maybe the project management plan for an event, if you have something like that being planned out. Or we are approaching the end of Q4, so you might be planning your strategy for 2022. Or you could be taking notes right now or strategizing how you will connect with fellow Dreamleapers who are here today. You can do this all within shared documents. And once you're in there, you can add a comment. You can also share it with other people on your team. Or if eventually you connect with someone, you want to work on a project together, you can share that document with them as well. They do not need to be a part of your organization. They do not need to share the same end email URL as yours. You can simply just share that document with their email. Okay, so this is Sheets. Some of y'all are familiar with Excel. Google has Sheets. Excel is Microsoft. Sheets is Google. And then we also have Slides. I'm known to say that I think in PowerPoint, but I think in Slides. I access these docs from absolutely everywhere. I am a true marketer. I outline my strategy for the year in Slides. I don't vision board where I cut up stuff and glue it on to a paper. My girlfriends know that I vision board in Slides or PowerPoint. So that is a tip and a recommendation for you as well, as you are laying out your dreams and your goals for 2022. Now, another tip and something else that a lot of people don't know is that although you're using cloud and although you are using docs, sheets, and slides, you can still save these files as a PDF, or you can save it as an Excel file or anything that you are normally used to saving as, or you can receive a file that is a Word doc, for example, and still open it up in Google Docs. So you have the flexibility to be able to transfer file formats, which again makes collaboration easy. So we must take advantage of these things and tools and shortcuts that are available to us. This feature here, I love. Now you know that I'm on the move. I'm always on the go. If you live in New York, from time to time, you might get on the subway. Or if you are a frequent traveler, you know that sometimes you want to work on a document. If you're collaborating on a document, that you want to make sure you can also access it while you're offline or off Wi-Fi. You can do this. Now, you can set the settings so that it is available to you offline. I do this on a plane and I work on a document offline. As soon as I land, open up my laptop just in case someone else has been working on it as well. It syncs up. Makes it easy for me to just send that link to someone else, review a document. So this is something super handy that I recommend that you all explore as well, being able to work on documents offline. So all that I covered just now was a preview, a snippet of some of the workshops and materials that I cover on behalf of Grow with Google, although I am also an entrepreneur based out of the village of Harlem. Harriet, I love that. I'm going to continue to use it. Now, today's tools and resources fall under information and resources for local businesses, but they're also so much more. There's information on grow.google for job seekers and students, veterans and military families, educators. If you want to learn to code, for developers, we can all learn to code or take our coding skills to the next level, and also information for startups. So there are so many free resources and tools out there that we should all be taking advantage of so that we can be able to work better in this digital ecosystem. All right, so next steps, these are just recommendations for you, is to get on Hangouts. Use it for your next video meeting, especially if you have a Gmail or a Google account. And then also experiment with collaborating with your team, with other people, with other fellow dreamers, using docs that you can share, that you can comment into, or by simply trying, if you're one of those people that attaches documents still, try hyperlinking. Try that this week. All right. And then also there's so much training out there. Google does so much more than just help you find the location of the destinations that we are trying to get to. It can also help us build our businesses, or it can help us just learn skills. If we are curious to do so, you can read one book a month and then also learn one new digital skill a month as well. So here is just a list of things that you can explore to take your digital savvy to the next level. And that is all that I have for you. So thank you so much. I hope that you take at least one thing away from what we just shared with you in these set of slides.
That was amazing. And let's look at tell us where the survey is so we can make sure we put that in the message box.
Yes. So here is the link, g.co/grow, and I can drop it into the chat as well because I've been watching and I've been trying to comment into the chat as well. So I can definitely just drop that in there so I can get your feedback. Wonderful. I'm just so happy to be here with you today, Harriet.
Thank you so much. And look, you guys, normally what Sandra just did takes an hour.
It does.
And I'm sure that you would like to do that. And we are planning to have Sandra back for an hour where it's just going to be a deeper dive. So we'll keep you informed for when we're going to do that. But Sandra, thank you so much. I use these products and I learned so much. I have to go back and make sure, refine how I'm using what is available to make it easier for us to collaborate digitally. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.